Welcome to Rip and Retro, where every week we try to open up a box from the 90s. Last week we did 1994 Action Pack Rookie Update. It was a fun box, mostly rookies, obviously, because it's the update, but there were some stars that were not included in the normal 94 series, and there was also some quarterback club cards in there too. It was fun. Nothing super exciting, but got a couple of good cards, a couple of good rookies. This week I'm going to do a box that generally is not looked well upon in the trading circles because it was early 90s. Looking at 1992 Topps. This is the high series, so this is the one that has the stars in it because the low series did not have the stars in it because of the company didn't have the rights to show the pictures of the players until they came to a proper deal with the NFL. But the high series does have them. I got this because of the Topps Gold in every pack. I love Topps Gold, where they just take the base card and they just put gold foil over the name team. It's very simple, but I love it. It also changes the back of the card from saying Topps to says Topps Gold across the back. I do believe there are 1,000 yard clubs in this box, and there's a rumor about 1,000 yard clubs gold. They do exist, but nobody knows exactly where they came out of or the print run on them. They are generally seem to be from hanger packs. This is a box, so it's not hanger packs, but we'll see if there is Topps Gold 1,000 yard clips in here. If there are, that would be great. So let's just get into this. Hopefully, I can get into it. Oh. All right. Yeah, 36 packs. Wax packs, obviously. I thought I'd pick 92 Topps for a couple of reasons. One is it's actually, in my mind, the last year where Topps actually went with the general cardboard look to the cards. And they joined the bandwagon of the wax, high gloss wax cards. So this will be the last time you see Topps actually have a basic cardboard style to their cards, which I kind of miss personally. I mean, over the years we've seen them do inserts that have that style, and I always like it when those make a comeback. But again, I believe this is the last year because in 93 they had that glossy white base look to them. So let's get into this. One gold card per pack in 36 packs. So we'll be getting 36 gold cards. Hopefully we get a couple of stars in there. I'm not going to say every name because this is Topps and this was a huge set. So let's go. Russell Maryland. Mike Singletary. Joe Montana in the first pack. That's nice. Randall Cunningham. Boomer. Eric Dickerson. First one is Steve Christie, kicker for the Bills. It's a good way to start out. I'm here in Western New York. George Troy Aikman. All right, that's a nice little first pack, especially with the Bills gold. Well, I see a checklist. I'm actually really hoping for a Carl Pickens rookie gold. That would be nice. Wow, look at that. Normal Carl Pickens, but hey. And our gold is going to be Michael Copper. And we got a number one draft pick, is Jeff George. It was weird because it was a 4-card subset. Jeff George and Steve Entman were in there, but so wasn't Russell Maryland, and Rocket Ismail was one of the 4 that were in it, and he was not a number 1 overall pick, so I'm thinking they're just saying, hey, here's 4 guys that were picked in the first round. But, yeah, it was weird. Maybe I have no idea why they put Rocket Ismail in that category. Reggie White. Phil Simms, Hall of Famer. Speaking of Steve Entman, Ed McCaffrey is one of my guys. Jim Kelly. It's 4-time Super Bowl visitor for Dan Marino. Next gold is going to be Troy Ozine. Never heard of the guy. But gold is gold. Gold is gold. 36 packs to get through, so got plenty of time for some really, really nice players, hopefully. Neon Dion. Next gold is Kevin Fagan. Marcus Booty. And I love wax packs. I know it's a little tougher to open, but I like them much better than modern day packaging. Detmer, Shane Collins, J.J. Burden, Webster Slaughter. Next gold, we're looking at Ricky Prohl. He actually was really cool. He had a very important catch in the 99 playoffs. He played for the Rams. I think there was a Prohl that was actually drafted this year. I don't know if it's his son or anything, but there was a Prohl drafted. Ken O'Brien. Jerry Rice, Jerry, Hall of Famer. Speaking of Hall of Famers, Bruce Smith. Two Ken O'Briens? No, it's Brian. Oh, first was Brian Nagel, then Ken O'Brien. I'm sorry, those Jets quarterbacks in the 90s were really interchangeable. Noah Neon. Oh, there we go. Brett Favre gold. That's probably one of the best golds you can get. If not the best gold you can get. Nice. Andre Reed, Hall of Famer. Like I said, this is the high series, so there's going to be plenty of Hall of Famers in it. These are the guys that their likenesses were not allowed to be showed by many companies in the 90s because of disputes with contracts with the NFLPA. It's kind of sad because that meant Kevin Smith is our gold. That meant that Topps had Montana and Sims. Look at that, to the premier quarterbacks from the 80s, both Hall of Famers. But that meant that Topps had to go into 3 sets. They had a Series 1, a Series 2, and then a short print Series 3, which is what we're doing right now. And it was a massive set. There were 759 cards in it. It was crazy. Martin Bayless. I wonder if he's the same guy who's doing the TV. Probably. Carl Pickens again. Boomer, size, and gold. Nice. I'll take that. David Klingler. David Klingler was supposed to be Boomer Esiason's heir apparent. Didn't really pan out. Tim Rosenbach. The bottoms of these cards weren't cut very well. It's probably one of the reasons why they switched over to the high gloss. Andre Reed, Hall of Famer gold. Nice. Ty Detmer again. But, I mean, I can see why they went from the cardboard to the high gloss cards, but come on, these just are. I love the feel of just old school cardboard. We will do a box at 93 Topps eventually. They do have the gold cards and a couple more different subsets to them. We got Lewis Billups, another Green Bay gold. Jerry Rice again, Bruce Smith again, one right after the other. So I've seen a couple of repeats like that in here, so we're probably going to see a lot of that. The 90s had a lot of that. I mean, nowadays they're getting better at making cards not repeat like that, but you still see it. Pickens again. Come on, Pickens. Gold. That's what I want to see. Leslie O'Neal gold. That's awesome. He's one of the better defensive players from the 90s. I really dig him. Alright. Steve Israel is our gold for this one. Still haven't seen any more of those. Base Brett Favre. That's nice. Followed by, oh, dropped him. Base Dan Marino. Dan Marino gold would be nice too. And if you are interested in Topps and the Topps gold, there's still, I mean, it's not expensive, but if you want to just go on eBay and look for straight gold cards, it still will cost you a few pennies. It's not like you can just go on there and get a stack of them for $1 or $2. They still, oh, Junior Seau. That's one of my guys. He's going to go into the PC. They'll still hit you a little bit on them. Not a lot, but it's not like 5 cents a card or none of that. They'll still get you. I think I was watching and I was bidding on a stack of 150 of them. This base Leslie O'Neal. And tried keeping it low for myself. Tommy Maddox, gold. I think that card is actually one of the higher. I think this is his rookie year. Yeah, it's his rookie year, so it's one of the higher priced golds. Excuse me. Yeah, I was looking for it. I was watching. I put a couple of bids on a stack of 150 of those golds, and I was expecting $15 at the most. Stupid me. And it got up to $30. I think $32. Troy Aikman. $32 for a stack of 150 gold. So, if you're a completist set, ooh, Jerry Rice gold, nice. So if you like these cards and you're going for the 92 set and you're a completionist, there are 759 of those gold out there. So yeah, it's not going to be the easiest set to complete. I'm going to try to. I mean, there's Junior's base. This box cost me about 25 plus shipping and handling, I think it was. So it came to like 30, 35, and 35 and get 36 gold. So when the base set is complete, pretty much if I buy a box, it's for those golds, and that's pretty much paying $1 per gold at random. So if I decide to be a completionist with it, it's going to be expensive for a 92 base set with golds. Alright, so we get this one right this time. Browning Nagel this time. Browning Nagel gold. Not Ken O'Brien. Rookies this year, they were okay. The better rookies actually weren't in the high. Joe Montana weren't in the high series. They were scattered throughout the base set. Jerry Bruce, Mike Singletary. That's 3 Hall of Famers right in a row, followed by Eric Dickerson, a Hall of Famer. I mean, if you like cards, if you like Hall of Famers, then Corey Widmer was right in the middle, and then there's another Hall of Famer with Troy Aikman. Personally, I love base cards, and I really like the design of this card. I think the mid-90s is when they Topps kind of fell out of step with the look of their cards. 95 Topps, in particular, in my mind, ooh, Randall Cunningham gold. 95 Topps in my mind was when Von Dunbar, is this his rookie? Yep, Von Dunbar rookie, nice. He was a really good running back for the 90s. His career was not super long, and the height of it was really short, but it was fun to watch. But like I was saying, I think 95 was when Topps kind of fell out of step with their design. It was not very colorful, and that mixed with the glossiness of it didn't really click with me. They had a couple of good subsets. Jim Kelly Gold, nice. They had a couple of good subsets, but generally 95 is what I consider in my mind, the worst top set from the 90s. I'm still going to open them on this channel eventually. If you want to see a 95 Topps, let me know. I will pop a box open and we'll see what we get. And they still did Topps Gold. I think Topps Gold, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty... Ooh, Dan Marino Gold. Nice. I'm pretty sure Topps after 1992 did Topps Gold like every year. I especially dig 90... Ooh, that one's bent. Dig 93 Topps because they actually had the black gold, which are really cool looking. And I will eventually do 93 Topps, and when I do, I'm hoping I get a couple of black gold out of it because, like I said, it was really nice. Sean Lumpkin is our gold for that pack. We've hit a point here where everything is pretty much doubles. Like I said, this is the high series. The low series was numbers 1 through 330. Second series was 331 through, if we can do math in my head, 660. And then Series 3 was only 100 cards. Or 99 cards, actually, I think. Mark Salin? Oh, no. Harvey Williams. I would rather Marcus Allen, but Harvey Williams will do. Marcus Allen went to the Chiefs in 93, so there's a fact check there on myself mid-opening. Another Marino right off the bat. Followed by Phil Simms. Rice, Smith, Singletary, Cunningham, Kozar, Esiason. I mean, come on. Clayton Holmes, right in the middle of that streak of stars and Hall of Famers. We get Clayton Holmes as our gold. But yeah, Topps is one of my favorite sets from the 90s in general. Like I said, I like all of the cores. Mike Singletary gold, nice. Getting all the stars gold, and McCaffrey. I think we'll get Ed McCaffrey's gold. I still haven't gotten the Pickens gold yet. But in general, you'll hear me really touting like Fleer, Score, Upper Deck, and Topps. Merrill Hodge was backwards. I do believe that those four core kept this Mark Wheeler's gold, kept this thing going, especially when in the mid-90s people realized that their early 90s weren't worth anything. You started seeing some companies go down, like Action Pact and Wild Card and Pro Set. They all kind of fell to the bubble bursting. Fleer and Skybox combined themselves to try to keep going, which Derek Brown's are gold, which I was sad about when I was a kid because I loved Fleer. And I was thinking, oh no, they're combining, so it's going to be the end of Fleer. But Fleer Skybox actually combined to make some really cool stuff like metal and stuff like that. So I think their union was one of the better things that came out of that. I'm glad both companies didn't just collapse. Tracy Scroggins is our gold. And we'll go into the history of these of different companies every once in a while too, because the mid-90s were rough. There were certain companies like Topps were putting out 5, 6 different sets by the mid-90s, but then there was companies like Action Pack that were just struggling to keep their core going, even though their cores were really nice. But inserts, Lance Olberding it is. Minister of Defense. Wait, nope, that is not the Minister of Defense. That is a Reggie White. That is not the Reggie White. Name doppelgangers. Gotta love them. Boomer, Ricky Prohl. I actually really like Ricky Prohl. I mean, statistically, he was not, you know, up there. Junior Seau's great. But I thought he was a fun guy to watch. Ooh, Troy Aikman gold. Nice. I mean, we've hit most of those quarterbacks. Aikman, Marino. Montana we haven't gotten yet. Still have not gotten that Carl Pickens gold. That was one of the keys for me to buy this. Anthony Miller was one of the better wide receivers in the 90s. There's Carl Pickens base. Got plenty of those. Only got one of those NFL draft picks, and it was Jeff George, which you're going to realize that I do not like that guy one bit. Russell Maryland would have been nice. Martin Bayless again. Carl Pickens again. Come on, Carl Pickens gold now. Bruce Smith gold. Take it. And we're looking at nothing there. First one was backwards. I know it's Montana. I could have just taken the back 3 cards, put them to the front, and that gold card would have been the first card up. Darren Woodson, gold. With the golds that I've gotten, I believe that it would have cost me more than that $30 for the box to get. And plus, I need to fill out my base from the shattered base that I had when I was younger. So this box, ooh, Bernie Kosar. But this box is doing just fine for that. I'll be a little bit cautious about getting another box because of the, high probability of gold doubles. But I'm probably going to eventually because it's not super expensive. I won't do it for a video. I'll do it for myself. Not super expensive. Dan McGuire. Not super expensive, and getting 35 gold is pretty cool for $30. A little over $1 per card. This is the last pack, by the way. Dion. All right, I'm gonna take those back 3, put them up front, and we're gonna guess it is going to be Carl Pickens for gold. Coming right up next, Carl Pickens. If he played for the Colts. Of course, Jeff George, the guy that I don't like, is my last gold. But yeah, gotta have at least one for the master set, right? Freaking Jeff George. Alright. So yeah, there's 36 gold cards. Got all the good quarterbacks, minus Jeff George. And we got Jeff George's #1 draft pick card. So yeah, 36 golds, one of the #1 draft picks. Plenty of base to fill out my set. I easily got the 100 card Series 3 out of this. So like if I do buy another box, all this base is going to be doubles. And I'll just straight up be looking for those golds. But I dig this set. I think it's really nice. There's people who blast it, but for $30, all these base and all that gold plus one of those #1 draft picks. Not bad. I like it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Like it. Subscribe. Hit that bell. Again, I'm not gonna do the top 3 every week because it takes up like 4 or 5 minutes of my video to do that. So I'm not gonna do a review either. So I got this board back here that shows all the boxes that I opened up. If you like any of them, look back on my videos, and there's going to be one for any of these boxes you see here. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Later.